We've got fish in a bucket. Tank. You can see all the pores in my skin. Oi, oi. Ain't nightmare of a problem. I'm just gonna pour it. Anywho, what's happening, you lot? Today, we are building this beautiful scape for my partner. There's not much to say about it, so let's dive in. So we're all cleaned up. Now we just need to scape the tank. I've got a couple options of sand here. We've got tanner sand. That's not bad, I like that. And then we've got a slightly darker one, which is probably what I'm gonna go for. I'm not gonna do a lower substrate layer because the bio load's probably gonna be all right in here. We need to talk about the direction of the tank. For the sand, we've chosen aquarium silica sand, just your basic sand. We're probably gonna use these couple bits of wood. They've got a real interesting shape. And this is for my partner's tank, so it's based on her direction, but she sort of had this vision. River stones, because she really likes river stones. We'll have to give them a quick clean. And then she also wants to put some of this Nordic gravel that we got from Unipack. That's good stuff, that. She wants her peace lily to come out. We need the peace lily. She's going to have some Echinodoros floating around. They might be a bit big for it because they might grow in a bit too large, but we'll see, and we can always uproot them and go for something else. And I think there's a nice Dracaena that I want to have growing out because I think that will just add a lot of spice. Right, so we've got a bit of glare, but I'll be so honest with you, there's not much I can do, so I apologise. I'm just going to pour it. Whoa. I'm just going to pour in our thingy, and then we can always just spread it round. So already I know I'm going to need a bit more than this. Oh, I'm right and tight for this one. You can see all the pores in my skin. So typically we would go for sand, then woods and rocks, then plants. So you can do it in any order you want really, but doing it in this order really ensures you know what you're doing with your scape. So I've got this old rock that I had to drill a hole through for a previous project. I'm just going to use that here to give me that height that I want. It's quite easy to hide the hole. It's only a little hole. Then we'll just flick this around here, see how that looks. See, I like that. And we can have that peace lily growing out of there. Now, I want to see if there's room for this second piece, because she was dead set saying, no, I want one piece. One piece and one piece alone. And I thought, all right, maybe you're right. But maybe you're wrong. So we'll find out if she was wrong or I was wrong. Okay, I think she'll like that. She's not actually here to be the judge today. But I think, I've got a feeling she'll like that. What I shall do is I shall pour some more sand in. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, we definitely need to build a little bit of height up in some parts because she's adamant in getting her peace lily in it, and I don't blame her whatsoever. It's a lovely plant. So we need to make sure we can do that for her. Right, let's fill that corner in. Now, some would call this a speed scape because I'm banging this out. I mean, they look a bit large to be there. This probably wants to come to the front. I mean, I like that so far. That's probably all right. Maybe I'm thinking into it a bit too far. Let's pop those 3 stones there. Let's flick that about a little bit. So when it comes to the smaller stones, like these, you kind of want to just essentially just throw them. Where there's wood touching the ground, you want to chuck a couple. That really helps. Got a few more little ones. There we go. So look, I think I'm somewhat happy with that. I think that's nice. So now I've done with the hardscape the rocks and the wood. This tank we're going to do primarily off of trimmings. So we want to go around to the other tanks and we're going to find some trimmings, and we'll see what's suitable to go with this tank. So the first good options I'm seeing are these Echinodorus babies. They've it's split off and it's sent a few runners. You see right next to that puffer fish. So we'll take those runners without a doubt. Hello, Mr. Farlowella. And we'll probably take some of these younger peace lilies, as well as down here, we've got some Liliopsis. This is a tank that I am going to be doing for my axolotl soon. She's going to be going up there in the right side. Probably take this Dracaena and probably a few cuttings of this. Oh, and this. I bought these the other day. So one of these will be taken, I think. So let me get all of these collected up and I'll see you over there. So out of her peace lilies that are in her tank, we found this little tiny thing, this big one, and this medium-sized one. We've got these things. Don't know what they're called, but I love them. We've got a few Echinodoruses, little babies. These are the runners. Finally, we have this one. Hold on. This one is called a Micranthium micranthomoidus. Well, it's a little bushy plant. Let's get on with the planting. Now, I want to handle peace lilies first, because these are front and centre, the most important ones. Now, without a doubt, she's going to want one in here, probably. So, what I'm going to do is lay it under, and then just push its roots wherever. Now, was it fiddly? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. So, them roots are coming off that way. Now we've got these smaller peace lilies. I'll tell you what, I might just poke them in with it. I think I will. And then like let it, that's it. And then let the roots just come over whatever way. Yeah, very nice. Let's do that. Let it just sit together. Biggest plants to the smallest. So let's handle the next biggest plant. Now I reckon this one can just go like in between these rocks, you know. Oh, that's really cute. All right, that's decided. Then I might just put one over this side as well. And if they grow out the water, they'll grow out the water. They will live. Now, these little Echinodoruses, don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. They will outgrow this tank. So, let's put them at the back to give them a chance to grow in. So, we'll start over here. Push it nice and deep. See, this is a real quick scape. I love these little scapes, you know, because they don't take long. Let's try that again. Just push it in the soil. Got one more little Echinodorus. I think I'm going to pop it here. Lovely. So, I don't think I'm quite done there. I think I need another mid-ground plant or a further back plant. If I was to move that one, no, I'm sure it'll grow in lovely. Right, so for an extra mid-ground, I've got this Liliopsis Novia Zealandia, and I just ripped off all of the runners that it sent off from the pot. So like the outside of the pot gets really, really dense. So I've just cleaned the pot off. And that has blessed me with this little bundle here. So with this little bundle of joy, we're going to grass the tank. That's a little bunch. We'll put that together. And I'll probably put that up here. Make sure to cover up your Liliopsis because it does love to come out. So always make sure it's well packed in there. See, that's a problem now. That's a problem. There's not enough sand to hold it in. So what I'll do is I'll let go of it and I'll just push a rock up against it to make sure it stays in. It loves to float, especially when the old Corydoras get on it. Got another one, so we'll pop that here. So I found this as well. Not sure what it is. It's got cute leaves. Two of those. Might just put it as the one though. It's got cute beach vibes, this has. Very cute beach vibes. It looks like what you'd expect a fish tank to look like though. Those leaves look like they could get big. Right, so, last one. And I don't want to split this up too much. It's got lovely little leaf into it. I might even just leave it as one little bush. Could I either put it here, or I could put one there. Maybe, okay, maybe we won't leave it as one bush. So when it comes to splitting these, it's kind of difficult with this style because you can't really see what's going on. So find the two biggest masses and just split it. See what that does. Yeah, you'll have some loose that was caught in the crossfire, but definitely pull them out because they'll float up anyway. Now, this is a problem we're going to run into because there's not much sand. I went quite light on the sand. If we take that rock and we just press it against it. Same as the Liliopsis. So for this one, we'll do the same thing. In fact, I'll probably plant it in between these two. Push it into the sand, squeeze these rocks together. I think that is absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. So we had a little bit of damage from floatage. It's not elegant and it looks terrible, but it works. Oi, oi. That's my filter going. That's gonna chuck a little bit of toot round. I don't want too much splashage, just a little bit of water agitation, as you can see. Too much splashing will cause a problem. Now I'm not happy with those cables, but I will sort those out one day. This peace lily, why doesn't it want to stand upright? Well, it will stand itself up, won't it? So, what I shall do quickly is give it a little skim. There we go. There's a few bits and bobs floating around on the surface that we don't want. They're so cute, these little shallow tanks. They're my favourite. Whenever I see people who have got one, I'm incredibly jealous every single time. So I'm really grateful that I got the opportunity to get them. So yeah, I was quite fortunate, and I managed to get all 3 of these for 100 squid. Love it. So this was, I guess you could say, £33.33 for that, and that. It's tomorrow. We've got fish in a bucket. They're all out the old tank. Yesterday, we had a nightmare of a problem. Basically, it seems to be a bit of a trend with me because water started out the tank again. So I fixed that. A bit of silicone. It was quite an easy job though. All I'd done was drain the tank, left it outside all night, and then just silicone the bottom of it. It was job done. I probably should have done the inside, but I didn't want to ruin the scape, so kind of rubbed some silicone onto the bottom of the tank, called it a day. Here it is. It worked. If you're repairing a leak, I would definitely recommend you at least moving the area of sand, drying it out, doing an inner bead and an outside little smear. But I gave it just a smear on the outside because time was of the essence. Anywho, we're going to get the fish in now because they've been waiting to get into this home. 24 degrees. Hold on, I'm just cutting my bag. My scissors have got masking tape glue on them, so they're kind of ruined. Might as well buy a new pair. So my missus reminded me I forgot to do the old pebbles. So we're going to do that now. Right, correction. I'm not going to do that. She's going to do it.
Oh.
So, with the scaping done, there's only one thing left to do, isn't there? It's been treated. It's been cycled for a whole night. It's time to put some animals in it. Arguably, the best part of the tank. Looking at the little pretty snails. So, we've got in this little beaker, I suppose. These are snails. Look, I normally go a bit more dramatic on the snails. I normally put about 20 odd in there, but it's a small scape. And I only want to put a few in. We've got one big boy, a little handful of blue boys, and a few brown ones. Very lackluster, they're not doing nothing. No, they ain't doing nothing. So look, here we go. We're going to start getting the fish in there. First one to catch is the Petricola. So there he is. The star of the show. Just look at him. We ended up calling him Pepsi Cola. Very original. Or was this just Pepsi? This was just Pepsi, wasn't it? There was one called Pepsi and one called Cola, yeah, and we lost one, unfortunately. But yeah, we've had this one a while, so let's get him in. Okay, so in comes Mr. Farlowella. Oh, okay, well I was going to hold him there for a sec, but he kind of swam off. I kind of want him to just swim out without losing all that crap that's in the net. But I suppose you're going to get it no matter what. Oh, just do that. Get out the net. They actually just don't have brains, I don't think. Go the other way. Like, thank you.
Oh, so cute. Oh.
They do seem to be a lot happier in this tank. Okay, let's just...
He's very pale.
He won't be pale for much longer. Okay, right now he's a little bit depressed because he thinks...
Normally looks so much nicer than that.
So what, I'm just going to put it in.
They're so stressed.
Yeah, they're very stressed
They're
out.
literally just sitting there.
So we're going to let these settle in, and we're going to hope that, because all of the Rummynose, they are a very, very touchy fish. So we'll give them a little bit of time. They all might just be chilling. Yeah, there's one up there. He's not happy. And there's one down there. She's not happy. So we'll give it a little bit of time. We'll feed them. We'll let them rest for a little while. The Corys, well, you can see they're having a great time at the back there. So this might calm them down a little bit. So we'll give that a go. And yeah, we'll come back shortly. Right. So we're back. And it's not as clear as I'd like it to be. But everyone seems to be settled in. We've got a little Farlowella down here. Oh, they're kind of all chilling down here, actually. I mean, I hope we can take off that rock now. So, the weights are off. The fish are settled in. We might give them a little feed. So we're just feeding them Prima granules. They love this stuff. Now, we didn't put a background on it because we felt like if we put a background, it felt a bit closed in. So I do think this is definitely nicer. I do think that it's a bit bright in here for everyone. So I think they'll seem a bit more settled in once we have a bit more foliage to grow in. Or maybe some floating plants, but we don't want to go for floating plants in the scape. So anyway, that's this video done. This is the tank. Next, we're going to be moving on to this one up here. We're going to do a nice mixed terrestrial and non-terrestrial scape for axolotl. So stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you then. Ah, no, no,